Next question, babe.
Sure. I'm going to do this one right here.
Sure.
Okay, this one is from Arnetta Homer, and that's in Ocala, Georgia. Florida, I'm sorry. And the question is, how will you know he's the one? Wow, our first hetero. That's a good question. And
great question.
I can only speak from experience. And only from
baby.
I can only speak from experience, baby.
Okay.
And you know, those of you who knows us quite closely never thought that I was the one for Tonya, nor did they think Tonya was the one for me.
Exactly.
But I'll be diggity if I let someone else determine who's the one for me.
You got that right.
And you know, if you knew Tonya and myself before, no one would have put us together, but we put ourselves together. And the Lord put us together because neither one of us thought we would have been together.
Never.
And it's like when you meet someone, it's just a feeling that you get that regardless of what is going on, regardless of what happens, you want to be with that person. You want to be around that person. I mean, it's like my baby could do whatever, but she's still going to be my baby at the end of the night. I'm still going to make sure she's good at the end of the night, you know. And it's just a craving that you have to always want to have that person around in your space no matter what. I've heard couples who say, man, I wish I can get some time away from my baby. I never want time away from her.
No.
You know, should we have our own individuality? We do.
We do.
But we also enjoy each other so much that we always want to do a lot of things together. So, just to respond to that question, how do you know he's the one? It's just a feeling that you get.
And you never want a minute away from them.
You never want a minute.
The minutes that you have away, you're anticipating their return.
Exactly.
It is a feeling. Along with that feeling, it's like the Lord has sent you that sign of the prayer you always been asking for. Lord, please send me the right one. Please send me the right one. Now, Lord knows we've all had that prayer before, that you've always looked for that perfect mate or your soul mate that we all think we once upon a time had, that was a stepping stone to get to where we are today. How do you know he's the one? It will always be a thought in your head until that one walks through your door. Exactly. And you will never have that question ever again. I will say this also, and this goes out to everybody that poses any questions. Don't ever go searching for the one. Let that one come to you. Don't ever settle because you've been single for so long and you think, oh, this is the one because you're starting to date again. Just be patient. Trust me. God got you. And he know your best interest at hand. And he would never steer you wrong. So please, whatever you do, don't settle. And know that that right one will definitely come and you will know it. Because the way we express our love, and we could stand in a public place and not say a word, and people could just see the love and the glow on both of our faces. So they know without question that we are the one for each other, and no one can ever change that. So trust me, to know that he's the one or she's the one, it's a feeling that you get that's uncontrollable, unexplainable, and undeniable.
One thing I always go by is when you are away from the one and you cannot wait to get back home to the one, then you know that you know, I could be having a blast, but I know where I want to be with, and that's with my one, no matter what.
You're right.
So thank you for that question, Miss Homer in Ocala, Florida.
Great question. Okay, I have another question, and this is from another young lady in Florida. Well, I'm not going to call her a young lady. I will call her a stud from Florida. She says, how or when do you know that she is the one? So again, it's a similar question to he is the one,
right?
Which is now she's saying she is the one. So this comes from a lesbian female, and the previous question came from a heterosexual female. It really falls in the same boat, because of your lifestyle, it doesn't change our responses or our answers, because I feel like love is love. Love has no limits. Love has no face. Love has no sexuality.
Right. So
for that question to be posed by a heterosexual and then turn into coming from a stud, same responses that we gave to the heterosexual female relates to the same when you ask this question, how when do you know that she is the one? Again, I guess I'm gonna just say this, and I noticed that a lot of my associates, because I don't use the word friends loosely. When I say I have a friend, that's somebody that I'm near and dear to. So I'm going to say associates, because I hear a lot of my associates talk about people that they're with, dating, or in a relationship, whatever they want to call it, that they feel like, oh, this the one, oh, this the one, oh, this the one. And months go down the line, they break up, they with the next person, oh, this the one, this the one, this the one. Months go down the line, they're saying the same thing again. It comes to a time when you need to put the brakes on, reevaluate yourself first. Make sure you're in the right place for your life. Make sure you're headed in the right direction, because if you're not, you're going to keep going into those roadblocks with she's the one, or he's the one, he's the one. And you're just going to keep bypassing who really is the one. Right, babe?
Yes, baby. She's good, man. She's good.
But really, high five, babe. But really, what do you say about that? Because I mean, I have a lot of associates that have said that she's the one, she's the one.
Hell,
I met she's the one about 4 or 5 times.
I sure have I. And, you know, we've always talked about, oh, we're so in love. And I guess we all go through that, where we meet someone there and they're great for the first few months. And then they turn out to be whatever. And obviously you don't end up being with them. But we've all experienced that, where we felt we've met individuals that have been the one. And all I can say is, the feeling that I have now for my baby, I have never had. Ever had. Have I been in love before? Yes. Have I loved someone before her? Of course. Have I felt other ones have been the one? I used to say that until now. Now I truly know that she's the one, because the feeling that I have now, I have never had for anybody else. The things that I do now, I have never done to anybody else. And the things that I've shared now, I have never shared with anybody else. So this is what solidified and has confirmed that she is the one for me. And until you have experienced that feeling, there's nothing that I can say that can give, there's no formula that I can give to you. It's just a feeling that you have, and a sense of maturity, and like knowing that that overcomes you, that you have no control over.
But now let's have a little small debate, babe, about this.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Because, like you said, you've done this before.
Right.
I've never done this, because I've been in a very long-term relationship prior to us. Yeah. So I have not been in and out of relationships, so I have not experienced this.
Right.
And I don't think I ever would. Maybe because of my mentality, I'm not sure, but I've never experienced this. Why is it that you and several other people that I know from my association, why do y'all feel like she's the one when you meet her?
I don't know. It must be a zodiac sign or something. And I'm going to blame it on that. But I know for me, it's like I fall and I give my all fast and quick.
Okay.
So when you
that's it.
So when you do that, it's like your mind is telling you, oh man, this the one. Forget it. This the one. I'm right this time. And then something happened and triggers that tells you that you're not the
3 months later,
sometimes 2 months or a week later. You know, it's like something hits you that tells you this one ain't the one, but you try to make that person the one. And, you know, God has a plan for you. And no matter what you say or what you tell yourself or what you try to fool yourself with, if that person is the one, it's going to work. If it's not, it's going to end. It don't matter what you do. I think it's because a lot of times we jump into relationships too fast. We tell ourselves that this person is the one too fast before we get to know them, before we start to live with them, and try to get to know them as a person.
Well, people, my heart goes out to you guys that experience this on several occasions. And it's some people that I know that's near and dear to my heart that I've had this conversation with on many occasions that has been in and out of relationships. And they always they're good people. They want to be happy. They want to be in love and settled and grow old with this person. And I think because they yearn for that so much, that I guess the one that comes in the door next is the one they think that's the one. I guess my suggestion to those type people is, for real, put on the brakes. And guys, you're getting older. We're not yet 21 anymore. And most of the people that I'm probably speaking to is people that are over 30 that I've had these conversations with. Really, put on your brakes and take your time, because what's for you is for you, and can't nobody take that from you. Your love is waiting for you. Your soulmate is waiting for you. But because you keep running into these bumps and these hiccups, and you're telling your friends and your family, she's the one, she's the one, she's the one, it's taking you longer to get to your destination. So my suggestion to you guys is take your time, put on the brakes a little bit. It's okay to date. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to kick it with this chick or this guy, but stop saying this is the one so fast, because 3 to 4 months later, or maybe even 2 weeks later, she's not the one or he's not the one. And then you're going backwards saying, guys, she wasn't the one either.
She ain't the one.
So, I mean, take your time.
Take two.
Take your time, because the person for you is definitely out there. There's somebody for everybody, and you would be surprised on who she or he is.
I agree, baby.